You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Hello, how you doing? You are now looking at the 2021-22 college football picks champion. That's right, me, Red. Now I'm not going to spend my whole monologue talking about that because I want my co-host's opinion on my title this year. But welcome to episode 220. You see this hat, baby? Woo! That's right, baby. UGA champions. Oh my God. Two Georgia teams champions in the same year. Who would have ever thought we'd see that day? But we are. We are living in it right now. Well, the college football season is over with, and you know who reigns supreme. NFL playoffs start today, and the Falcons are nowhere near it. Oh, we got so much to talk about, everybody. We got NBA topics. We got Hawks making trades of players that I never thought they'd trade. I wanted them to get a contract, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about college football championship. We're going to talk about the NFL playoffs. We're going to talk about it all, baby. I can't wait. We got all my boys on the show today. Rev, Armani, Coach, and your boy Red. Episode 220. Let's get it started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. We're most of them, half of us coming to you live from the ATL.
Shorty.
And Armani's coming to you live from Virginia, and I'm coming to you live from Pennsylvania. And we're coming to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real
sports knowledge. I know I do.
Red.
Yes, sir.
Coach and Armani for episode 220 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we're going to turn our numbers attention to our numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas. What you got for us, Coach?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're going to make it very, very simple and quick. We got a lot to do today. Our number 20, the only surprise is he only was a two-time player of the year when he played for, well, I guess when you play for Detroit, you can't get much pub. And that man is number 21, the best running back, if not the greatest running back of all time, Barry Sanders, two-time player of the year, which is stunning to me, but hey, we move on.
Barry Sanders, arguably the greatest running back to ever do it. Arguably the greatest running back to ever do it. Thank you, Coach, for giving us somebody who's still alive.
It ain't him, I know that.
Appreciate you, man.
Why they had to be just still alive?
All right, gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about. And Red beat us to the punch. You know, he just had to bloviate about himself winning. So we're going to go right to that. Let's give him his props. Here we go. We're going to give this man his props. He wins the Picks Championship. Let me give him up. Somebody show Red some love. He won the Picks Championship, his first NCAA championship. So we're going to give him his props. Come on, show the champ his love. He edged out Armani. 2 full games.
2.
And he almost predicted the score head on. Georgia won 33-18. And Red predicted the score would be 31-17. So he almost called it exactly where the final score would be. So we're going to give Red his props. Revenite Nation ribs on Red sometimes, but they showing him some love. Look at the love coming in for Red. No diggity, no doubt. Look at him. Revenite Nation is showing them some love. Even Shelby came to show you some love. Look at that. He even came to show some love. All right. So we're going to give Red his love.
Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate it. I honestly never thought I'd win a college trophy, not with coaching all his college knowledge, but hey, just never know. You keep playing. I mean, I was behind. I was kind of like from worst to first because I really didn't think I had any chance to win this one. I just looked up one day and I kind of rose up. I got kind of close, and man, I tell you, it was a good college football season. There was a lot of unexpected victories, and like I said, I really enjoyed the college football season.
I didn't know we had acceptance speeches, you know.
Real. As much as you brag on, you even named the college trophy after you. Now, I just gave a little speech. I can't get too arrogant now. Not with all your trophies.
You deserve it because you're gonna need it because you're gonna be paying for Longhorn, so you might as well.
Exactly. I'm in last place with the NFL, so I need to say something.
All right, now we gave Red his props since he went there. We got to backtrack real quickly, and we got to welcome Rev Night Nation. We got to welcome.
Appreciate you, Rev Night Nation, for the love.
What's going on, Rev Night Nation? They are in
wide open already.
Virtual building, and let's see, man. We got to go back to the start.
Yeah,
they're showing some love. Shelby is live and in living color. You know who she was going to be around once her dogs won. What's up, Scott? The VP is in the building. Brother Woodruff, the gavel has already been banged. Thank you. The Go Dogs, look at that. Why did you wear the Falcons shirt, Red? We sacrificed. What's up, Chris? Good morning to you, Brother Lance. He's glued to number 2 right now, watching the celebration. Morning again, Scott. Joe Black is in the building. Hey, Armani, want to talk about 2nd and 18. What about 3rd and 10?
Shelby, I'm not even gonna call. We already know. Yeah, let's not go there. I promise you don't want to go there. I promise you. You do not want to go there with me.
All right, let's go right on into it, man. The Bulldog pulled it off. Now, I'm a pull rank. I'm a pull rank, and this is the reason why. I was the first person to bring everybody off the ledge, especially Red, 2 weeks ago before the game started. Until I gave y'all 4 reasons, or 5 reasons why I believe the Bulldogs was going to win. So I was on the train, on the Bulldog train before anybody else on this panel jumped on it, because Red was doom and gloom at first. And then once I gave him a great sermon, he came around. He's like, "That's right, Rev. That's right, Rev."
Hey, sometimes I need the spirit of Rev to open my eyes sometimes. Usually it's for basketball, but this time it worked for football.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to go ahead on and pull rank. And I know I forgot Dope, Nope, and Coke, but we'll just jump right in since we've been, since Red jumped the gun with the celebration, I'm going to jump the gun with talking the national championship, because it just falls right in line. And we'll come back to Dope, Nope, and Coke. That's the beauty of this show. We don't have to be regimented all the time. But let me just say this: I had a feeling this was going to happen, even though it was starting to be questionable, because Stetson Bennett was very nervous at the beginning of the game. He looked like he was wetting his pants. Looked like the moment was too big for him. And then eventually, by the 4th quarter, he made a big play. And after the fumble, I have to give big props to Georgia's offensive coordinator, basically letting it all hang out after he fumbled the ball and let him rip the ball. And he made about 4 or 5 great passes in that drive. Thankfully, they had that offsides that was going to come, and he took a chance, and that chance paid off for him. So I'm going to just say big ups to Stetson Bennett. He played well when the game was on the line. I'm not going to just give him too many props, because the game was probably too close because of him, because Georgia's defense played exceptionally well. Now, granted, wide receiver for Alabama went down, and that changed the trajectory of the game when Williams went down. Because he was, the freak play that he got hurt. He caught, a 40-yard reception on that play. And it was going to be a dogfight. I still think Georgia would have won. But when he went down, I knew it was a wrap. And I'm not going to rib Armani too much about his wide receivers that he mentioned, all these different wide receivers that Alabama had all these 5 stars they had. We didn't see it on Saturday, and I hope Alabama goes into that transfer portal, because they need some help at that wide receiver position, because they don't have right now, for what I saw, they don't have that next Michi. They don't have that next Judy, Dante Smith, because you all know Dante Smith forecasted his future catching that OTTD pass from Tua in the national championship game that Alabama beat Georgia. So that was forecasting what he was going to be. So, Alabama's going to be there. I think they just got to shore up their defense. and I think Georgia has another run. I'm praying as I close that Stetson Bennett is smart enough to go out on top and don't try to come back and run it back. Right now, he doesn't have to worry about working another day in his life. He doesn't have to worry about ever paying for a meal in Georgia again. Take what you're going to get. You know, you can get any job you probably want to at UGA. Take it now. You're not going to the NFL. If you do, you'll never get past the practice squad. All right? Your status has already been determined. Another year will not help you get drafted. We already know who you are. All right? So go out gracefully, on top, be the king of Georgia for the rest of your life, and let the QB position be available for the future of Georgia football. So that's my advice to Stetson. Thank you, sir, for not completely losing the game. All right? Thank you for doing enough to win the game. And let's thank the Georgia defense for keeping Georgia in the game while Stetson Bennett was trying to figure it out. All right, so I'm done. I'm gonna go into the champ, who also predicted Georgia to win. So, Red, what you got?
Mini, sir.
Real. I don't know how I'm gonna follow that right there, man. I mean, yeah, Rev always come on me. That's why this show is so great. Rev forces me to be great, because how am I supposed to follow that right now? I mean,
Red, did you hear what he said? I come to a close. He was minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, and what you said about Stetson, I completely agree, dude. Don't even think about running this back. Go ahead. You going out on top. The last game you ever played in Georgia, like I was telling people on Facebook, high school, whatever high school coaching job he wants, whatever radio hosting job he wants in Georgia, stay in this state, dude, and you good, man. You good for the rest of your life. But yeah, don't try to come back. No running it back. No back to back. Like I said, it's time for us to get a real 4-star, 5-star quarterback to lead us. I'm with you, Rev. Of course, I don't think this is our last run, because we always have some of the top recruiting classes, except for the quarterback position. Now we fix the quarterback position, then man, we gonna have 3 or 4 more runs of this. So get right at QB Kirby, and this ain't over for us. Like as far as the game goes, like I say, I was pleasantly surprised with my boy Stetson. If you think about it, though, it typically was a UGA game. Our defense held them down till our offense could figure it out. Good Lord, Coach, are they tickling you that much?
Yeah, I can't wait. Some comments today.
I can't wait to read these comments. Okay, but like I say, the defense made it a typical UGA game we've been seeing all season. Just hold them still, hold them steady till Stetson can figure it out. And once he figured it out in the 4th quarter, Lord have mercy, it took you that long. But you finally figured it out in the 4th quarter. Once they made you fumble, you saw them score a touchdown off your fumble, and that pride inside you, whatever little pride you got inside you, Stetson, whatever little heart, whatever little passion you got, it took over on that next drive, and you and Todd Monken come together and boom, boom, boom. I mean, that's how you bounce back from a fumble, dog. I mean, hit them left, right, down the field, and boom, for that big-time score. Adonis Mitchell, woo! He almost dropped it, but I like how he pinned the ball on his helmet. I almost pulled a David Tyree. But that's how you bounce back, Stetson. That's how you bounce back. That was the ascension drive, and that pick 6, walked it off with the pick 6. Thank you, Bryce Young, for coming. Thank you, Alabama. It was a good year. My UGA Bulldogs made it a great year. And the best thing I can say about that victory is that my boy Armani put his little stuffed animal back in the toy box. I'm so glad we don't have to see little AJ So whatever his name,
man, we
Big
still here,
Titty,
man. We still
we
here.
might well
I ain't
put
going
it up
nowhere.
because
I'm not going nowhere.
he was no
I'm not
good.
going nowhere.
I tell you, I ain't seen
going nowhere.
I ain't seen a dog that bad look since Chucky, man.
All right, Armani. Oh no, before we go to Armani, because we know Armani is the diehard Alabama fan.
Yeah.
Coach switched his pick. He picked Georgia in the SEC championship, and then he went with the Crimson Tide in the championship. What you have to say about yourself, Coach?
Well, they didn't really. There was a report out that they didn't really talk about that. There was an arrest made at the game that they didn't publicize because somebody shot Williams and made him fall with a BB gun or something. He fell. It wasn't the ACL. Somebody, sniper picked him off and ended his game. They don't want to talk about that, but it's okay. I saw Stetson Bennett at the Burger King doing some promotional work, selling hamburger. I said, man, Stetson, guess what? You can walk it just like Mike, you said, Rev. He can walk it anywhere and start selling stuff. They're Raising Cane, that's it. Raising Cane. They'll hire him in a minute. He'll just stand there. He ain't got to do a whole lot. That kid, he fooled me. He fooled me big time. I did not think that he would have the I'm gonna use one of those Vince McMahon WWE words, one of those temerity to make his presence felt like he did in that game. But he did what he was supposed to do: calm, collected, made the plays. And the thing about it is, he's just a freshman. The tight end, what is Brock's last name?
Bowers.
He's just a freshman. They got a lot of freshmen on team. Now, they're going to lose some defensive guys because Dean is already declared and a couple more have already declared. But
man, my boy Dean gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's first round pick, man.
He said he was gone.
Yeah,
he'll be picked in the first 16. A lot of Falcons. He'll be picked in the first few picks. So
we ain't picking him.
Yeah, well, you better think about it. But yeah, Georgia, like I said, the biggest winner was Kirby Smart, because Kirby couldn't walk on Georgia's campus if he lost that game. He could, but he might get stuff thrown at him or something. Or you did it again. So I congratulations to Georgia. They pulled it out. They did what they had to do. Now here's the thing: they've already picked the next year's already picked top 25, and guess who's number one? Nope.
USC.
Alabama. They already put them back at number one. And Armani, bring that dog back. Somebody wants Rev to have a eulogy for that dog, for the elephant, and probably play
beloved, we come to lay to rest the elephant that's a part of the Crimson Tide. Ashes to ashes.
Rev, play the music. Rev, we need the music, Rev.
I got you.
Uh-oh.
Why I gotta talk
the music?
Why you gotta talk about my man like that, man? You ain't gotta talk about my man like that.
Can you put the
Big Al? That's his name. Yeah, it's time for Big Al to hear the music.
Uh-oh.
What's the name of the Chops, right?
Taps.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Thanks, Shelby.
Hey, Chops. It's something else. I can't remember.
It's Taps.
Taps. That's
it.
Come on, put the elephant up there, because we gotta.
Armani.
Man, y'all know y'all not right. Y'all know.
Salute. Hold up, man. The volume ain't playing. Here we go.
This is for you, Big Al.
Oh man, let's do it.
Y'all not even saluting right. That's the even worst part. Y'all not even saluting right. We'll be back, man. We'll be back. Don't worry about it. We will be back. We will be back. We will be back.
Look, even Big Al got his hands up. Like, I can't believe it. Yeah, I know, Big Al. They had your hands up last week.
We'll be back.
Thomas said the music playing as Big Al is lowered into the trunk.
Oh man, y'all know y'all not right. Let me put my man away. I'm gonna put him away. Y'all know y'all not right. Anyway, it's all good. And just so y'all know, ain't nobody's saluting right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that. And nobody's saluting right. But anyway.
It's on you, Armani. Go ahead.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say congratulations to the Bulldogs. Great season, capping it off with a Rev, can you stop the music while I'm talking, please? Can you stop the music while I'm talking? You ain't got to be like that, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, Rev. Let's hear this. I want to hear this explanation.
Rev, can I talk without the music, please? Come on, Rev. Can I talk? Can I talk now?
Oh boy.
Rev, you know you ain't right. Anyway,
wrong.
On a serious note, congratulations to Georgia. They deserve that national championship win. I'm gonna say congratulations to my former offensive coordinator, Joe Cox, who was the quarterback for Georgia for a while. CJ Bird, a church-going member for us, played for Georgia. Muhammad Massaquoi, who I went to one of his camps up in Charlotte, North Carolina, treated me very well. But yeah, the game was Georgia just went out there and they took it. They took it from they pretty much put pressure on Bryce Young, even though he completed more passes when he was pressured. But it's no excuse. Next man up. When Jameson went down, I was just like, all right, I kind of knew in my heart of hearts the game was over. And the point that I was trying to make last week was we got 5 stars on the roster that could have stepped up, but nobody decided to step up. Not Corey, not a man on 84. Nobody stepped up. So, and that's what totally decided the game. Corey let a pass go right through his hands that could have been a touchdown, but anyway, I mean it's all good, man. Hey, Georgia, they deserve it. Shelby, I don't want to hear nothing from you because you couldn't show your face after the SEC championship game. So I don't want to hear nothing from you because we are I'm man enough to come up here and say that the better team won, unlike some people I know. And Maurice, I don't know why you talking because what happened to Miami? Where is Miami at? What is Miami doing? But anyway, walk-on beat the Heisman winner, but and I'm going to just kill this right now. Is Bryce Young going to be the number 1 pick in 2023, yes or no?
I mean, yeah.
Is he going to be one of the top quarterback prospects?
Well, let's see. Yeah. Let's say this. I would say as of right now, yes. Now, here's the catch, though. What will he be if he doesn't have Michie-like player or Williams-like player? Because he looked very ordinary. You made a good point about that drop. That was a critical drop that could have easily been a touchdown. But other than that play, he looked very ordinary. Now, granted, Georgia's defense had a lot to say about that. And then I tell you, that was going to be a difference in this game because Georgia relied on their front 4 to put pressure on them in the SEC championship game. And I said 2 weeks ago that Georgia's going to bring the blitz a little bit more.
Yeah, well, they bring it.
He looked very ordinary most of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see who he has to throw the ball to. What players that Alabama currently have on the roster, plus those who they plan on adding. I think he has to show that it wasn't just Michi. It just wasn't Williams. But he's that dude even without them. So if he plays, lights out, then of course he's number one. If he takes a huge drop off, then it's going to be questionable because some folk are going to ask the question. It's almost like, even though he's a better quarterback than Jake Fromm, let me make that disclaimer, way better quarterback than Jake Fromm could ever dreamt to be. But we saw the dip that Jake Fromm made after his freshman year, not playing with Chubb, not playing with Michelle, not playing with the other top players that Georgia had. So it's going to be interesting. This year for Bryce Young looks like it's going to be the year that Jake Fromm had his junior year, where he had to literally put the team on his back, and we realized he wasn't that dude. So Bryce Young got a lot to prove this year if he should be the number one pick. And I know since this is a terrible draft for quarterbacks, teams are salivating for Bryce Young. Yeah. But he's going to have to show that he was not made by Mechie and Williams. He's going to have to show he's the man. So,
and not only that, I think that if Bryce can at least play half, even though just a little bit more half, better than he played this past year, I think he'll still be number one. We all know that Bryce is way light years better than Stetson Bennett. But at the end of the day, Georgia, they won the game. Fourth quarter, Georgia was getting after him, throwing him around. But like I said, Will Anderson's coming back, Jordan Battle's coming back. Everybody's pretty much coming back except a few transfers. So we'll see what happens next year. They got us favorite to win it.
Who's your running back? Is it going to be Trey Sanders?
Probably Trey Sanders or we got a five-star running back coming in. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Now, let's say one thing and then Red go in. I want to say one thing about Bryce Young. Now, I was surprised how he got hawked in by Nolan Smith on that one play for the 2-point conversion. The way Nolan Smith just grabbed him and outran him when Bryce Young had the edge, and Nolan Smith just said, "Get over here," and just up and down.
Oh, no. Nolan Smith, a DB, is a DB?
No, he's
a linebacker.
He got closing speed. His closing speed is crazy.
So it showed me that he is not as fast as many people may think he is, and he doesn't like to run. To his credit, he doesn't like to run. Yeah. He's kind of elusive. He's more than fast. He's kind of elusive more than fast, and he's smart. But I was surprised he wasn't as fast as I thought he was, because that could hurt him. His size and lack of foot speed could hurt him on the next level. But what makes Kyler Murray is because he's so doggone fast. So his size is not as much of a problem.
And also, Rev, I think that Bryce Young, I think what is, because Bryce should have ran. I think he should have ran just maybe a little bit more in the championship game. But I think what hurt Bryce is that he, in his mind, and they brought this up, he saw what happened to Tua, and he like, I don't think I'm a run as much as Tua tried to run, because I don't want to hurt my NFL career, so I'm just staying in the pocket, trying to extend plays as best as I can, so I don't hurt my future. So, but like I said, Georgia won. Congratulations. No excuses. All these Bama fans. I'm gonna say this too. For all these, it's a lot of spoiled Bama fans out there that's making us look bad, man. Listen, man, we lost. I got something in my eye, and it's hurting me.
Okay.
It's killing me. It's killing me. But Bama fans, let's give Georgia their props. They won the game. We done been beating the championship game before, so let's act like that we, let's act like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come back next year, do what we got to do, see if we can make another championship run. But the better team won. Georgia won. They deserved it. And congrats. Oh, Kirby Smart. Kirby, I'm happy you got one, man. I'm really happy you got one. because we know what would have happened if you wouldn't have got one. So I'm very glad that you finally pulled through and beat the teacher. Now you got a lot of guys leaving this year. I don't know what Georgia will look like next year, but they'll probably be top. I think they'll be top 4, top 5 easily still. So it's this coming up year is going to be another good one. So go ahead. What's up, Red? Red.
No, I was saying number 1.
Nah, they only reason they don't have y'all projected number 1 is because y'all are losing everybody, and
they got the better quarterback.
We got the better. We have more returning players on defense.
So far,
and on offense.
we might get a new quarterback, real.
But like I said, this for me, this Maurice, where's Miami? Anyway,
okay, I'm ready. Now you can stop battling the Real Night Nation now.
Nah, man, because Shelby is really making. I ain't gonna say mad, but
go ahead. We know you mad.
That was poor sportsmanship that she didn't show back up until now. So I don't know
our money was ready to talk trash to you.
At least, like I said, at least I'm man enough to come up here and say, hey,
well, she's not a man. Remember that, Armani.
Well, I'm a bigger person to say that hey, they want the better team won, and then that was just that. So Kirby, congratulations, man. Y'all got over that hump. So
go ahead, Red. You got any finishing?
Well, yeah. I mean, I pretty much said it. Only point I was gonna make was about Bryce, but you clarified it. I was just gonna mention his size as far as to the next level, and then y'all gave me even more ammunition when y'all started talking about his lack of speed. So those are 2 things I'm concerned about as far as the next level: his lack of speed and his size. And that's why when Armani was asking, is he gonna be a top draft pick? Well, possibly, but I mean, we just don't in the next 2 years. We don't know who might emerge. And then, like you say, when teams are picking high in the draft and they're looking to take a quarterback number 1, especially a brother, you always know they're always looking for reasons not to. So you look at his size, that's 1. Look at his lack of speed, that's 2. But now, I'm not saying he can't read defense. He still can possibly make all the throws. And, I mean, being, like you say, being that size won't completely keep him not off of an MLT. You still got Russell Wilson. Like you say, you still got Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray has better speed. I would say Russell Wilson is probably comparable more to Bryce Young.
He's more Russell Wilson-like, even though I think he's a little bit faster than Russell Wilson. He has a better deep ball than Russell Wilson, I think, but Russ
got more built on him.
Russell got muscle on him. So I hope in the offseason that he put a little bit more muscle on him because he needs to.
That'll help.
He got to be able to take some of those shots.
But as long as Alabama's in the playoff or playing contending football, the dude, his draft stock should be okay. I mean, if Mac Jones got drafted top 15, I mean, Bryce ain't going to completely fall. He's going to get drafted. Let's just put it like that. He ain't going to kill the draft stock. So, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. But, yeah, he got his size. I'm just saying, don't be surprised when it's time for him to get drafted. You start hearing folks talk about his size and his lack of speed.
Shelby, I know you was available on Facebook, but let's not do that. We're gonna move on from that because I already know.
Armani wanted you in the spotlight, Shelby.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. You know what's up. You already know what's up. That's why I'm not even gonna respond to none of your comments.
Yeah, Drew Brees was small, you know. Yeah, he was.
Well, Drew Brees won half.
Yeah, but number 1, Drew Brees, he didn't get drafted to the second round, and it took him going to New Orleans and hooking up with a great play caller and offensive guru like Sean Payton.
Oh,
his game.
Can I say something else too?
He heard a revelation. He got the armor.
Yeah, he stopped me cold if I could. Go ahead.
What you got, man?
What's his name, man? I'm so mad at him because I can't think of the name right now. Oh, Gomes, the offensive coordinator, Houston Texans.
Bill O'Brien.
O'Brien. My goodness, where do I start with you? First of all, there was no kind of creativity in the red zone. Like, if you know that Jameson Williamson went down, and you know that we are limited to, the talent, but still, man, you got to open up the playbook. I didn't even see a lot of crossing routes. I saw regular nilly-willy. I'm going to hand the ball off. I'm gonna try to throw short passes. Man, you gotta open up the playbook, man. You got the Heisman Trophy winner. He can make the throws, but you have to open up the playbook, man. You didn't call the best game. You're going to get a lot of flack for that, and I don't think you'll be back at Alabama next year. Hopefully, some NFL team will take you. I mean, you did enough to get maybe a head coaching job at the NFL because, for some reason, coaches like to come and repair their coaching status under Alabama. But, man, I think if we had somebody like a Sark or a Lane Kiffin, I think the game would have turned out.
Sark. Oh my goodness.
Sark was light years of a play caller than what O'Brien did. But yeah, I'm ready to get him up out of here. So I hope he don't return him. Please.
Man, now, was it all year long that he struggled, or was it just in the championship game?
It was in the championship game because his creativity got. What I'm saying is, like in the SEC championship game, his creativity didn't have to be so creative because he had the athletes to do what he wanted to do. But Jerome, anyway, he can do what he wanted to do. But if you know that you're limited, you got to get a little bit more creative of what you want to do.
Oh, they're coming for you, Monty. They're coming for you. Bill O'Brien, but it was all good 2 weeks ago. Nah, bruh.
Uh-oh. That was the Miami guy that said that on money.
Anyway.
That Miami guy is killing you, man.
Miami. They under a rock right now, so I guess he. Oh, and another thing, other fans of other teams, man, stop. Look, let Georgia fans enjoy this win. They don't need y'all. Y'all not Georgia Bulldog fans, man. Y'all are Miami Hurricane fans, LSU fans, man, stop it.
Yeah, Maurice, I'm trying to piggyback on our championship. Talk trash all money.
Thank you, Red. Stop trying to piggyback off that championship. Go to his
page if you want to sound like you've been holding all this stuff in.
The only people that can talk is Red. I ain't gonna say Shelby because we already know how to do that. Any Georgia fan that I know, they can talk jump, but stop trying to piggyback off that championship like y'all won. Miami ain't won none since the 90s, so let's stop that.
I think Miss Yvonne Williams can talk. She with us.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Shelby, just give your comments to Miss Yvonne Williams.
You on mute, Coach?
Hold on, Coach. Will you stop playing with the mute button? Unmute yourself. Now.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Armani, somebody said Big Al's entered the transfer portal. What do you have to say about that?
For what? And the thing is, this one even our worst championship loss. So I'm not even, we lost. That's all I know. We just lost. That Clemson one was way worse than this. I couldn't believe that butt whooping.
Seriously, Armani, that kid that returned punts, JoJo Earl, he gonna be big time. He got to get some weight on him. Got to get a little size on him. He gonna help the Wideouts next year.
We'll see.
He gonna be
I hope so, man. I hope so.
All right, so let me ask this question: is Nick Saban finished winning championships?
Uh-oh.
This question always happens every time he loses one. No, because like I said, we're already I think I gave Joel Klatt a lot of flack. Sorry, Joel, my bad, I was wrong. We gave Joel Klatt I gave him a lot of flack last week, but he made a very good comment that I made today. We are already a mile ahead of everybody because we have so many people returning. So, I mean, like I said, Jordan Battle, Will Anderson, they said they got unfinished business. They want to finish it. So, but I think.
What year is Will Anderson?
He's a sophomore, so he'll be coming out next year.
Okay.
So,
man, when they talked about that guy, I thought he was gonna be the number one pick in the draft. They were slurping him so much on the telecast.
So, Will Anderson, Jordan Battle was supposed to come out. He was eligible to come out, but said, "No, I'm gonna help them come back and finish what we got to do." So I'm coming back next year. So
these boys talking some big talk, man.
I mean, at the same time, it's like, can you blame them? I mean,
Yeah,
they said
they know they'll
they're
be
not
there,
done.
but you
They're
don't know
not
who.
done.
You better hope we don't get Caleb Williams, dog.
I doubt that, but I don't think
What you
so.
mean, doubt? We one of his last options.
But what I will say, Rev, I think Nick Saban will win 1 or 2 more, and then he'll be done. I think his last year, he's his last year, he's definitely gonna win one.
There's the Auburn fan.
Auburn. I don't know why. I don't even know where y'all. I mean, okay, all right.
Bo Nix.
All right, gentlemen. Let's switch gears real quickly. Armani, big ups to you taking the heat, addressing everything from all comers on every side. So we appreciate you, brother. You did good.
Sir.
You did well today. You did well. And
what was I supposed to do? Be like some people I know and not come on, you know.
Anyway.
Man, hey man, better you than me, man. Cause she'd be killing me if I was throwing these.
Jerome Case already addressed that. I already said we lost, but Bill O'Brien didn't explore our options with his play calling, and that is why I said.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quickly. You said he didn't explore all options. A lot of Alabama fans, from what I was reading from different blogs, they were disappointed in Billingsley, the tight end who entered the portal, because they thought he would have been the natural person to have stepped up when Williams went down. So what could have Bill O'Brien done differently? Are you talking about he could have done some trick plays or stuff like that? Like, what would have been the solution once they got in the red zone to get Alabama more points when you don't have a Amici, and then you don't have a Williams? Okay,
so my thing is, we were doing okay with RPO before this game. I didn't see I didn't see barely any RPO this game, especially in the red zone. I mean, he could have called a pick play to get somebody open. The only touchdown we got is when Latu pushed old boy down, which should have been a call. Okay, Shelby. Anyway.
All right, keep talking, man. You can't pay attention to the comments.
I'm gonna let her have it. She knows what's up. Anyway, that's the only touchdown we had, and then, like I said, I mean, you can't just always throw the deep ball. The deep ball isn't always going to be there. You know, I think.
Well, let's stay with the red zone, because you can't throw the deep ball in the red zone. So what?
Okay. So the red zone, he didn't. Like I said, the RPO is non-existent. No kind of play action was non-existent. So, you know, like I said, he just tried to do short crossing routes, which, I mean, it's fine. But when everybody is already, crossing routes take time to develop. You know what I mean? So when Bryce getting pressure, you can't really go crossing routes like that because he's getting pressure. He's having to move around in the pocket and shimmy around. So, you know, I'm not gonna put all the blame on him, but you know, he could have. I think if we had Sark or somebody like a Lane Kiffin, they would have exercised all options.
Man, what is up with you? Going off of your guys, you don't dogged out. You dogged out Khaki Pants, and you was riding him for a few weeks. You know, dogged out Sark. Now you saying you think he could have done a better job. Lord,
I never dogged out. I dogged out Sark when he was with Atlanta. I didn't dog out Sark.
Last year. Talking about with me when he choked with Texas earlier this year. You forgot?
Okay.
Not when he was at Alabama. We talking about when he was at
I'm talking about when he was at Alabama. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sark and Kiffin, Alky and Crazy. Neither one of them.
Yeah. So I'd be happy. But anyway, hey, things didn't go our way, so we lost. It is what it is.
All right.
It happens, man. You know, I've had to explain them. This first time you really had to explain it, so you usually get the victory. So hey, it happens to us all.
No, I mean, I think what's different now is that Georgia won instead of Clemson whooping up on us, and who Clemson beat us, and then Ohio State. Well, the show went around when Ohio State beat us.
LSU got you. LSU got
us. Yeah, LSU got us.
So it just hurts that
it's a little different.
That Georgia can no longer be asked the question, "Who's your daddy?" and the answer be Alabama. That hurts.
Not at all. Not at all. Like I said, man. I go back. I think it was a year ago. I said, man, if we lose, I hope we lose to one of the assistants. Armani, thanks for being a good sport. Enjoy the Georgia dynasty. I think Kirby. Now, what I will say, Joe Black, I will say, even though I have a lot of respect for Kirby, I don't think that Kirby can possibly go on a dynasty run until he can kind of figure out. He got away with it this year until he can figure out his quarterback situation, because that still is haunting him. So until he can kind of figure that out, then I would say y'all can go on a dynasty run. But I think right now, Kirby, let's get to he got the first one out the way. So let's go ahead and let's figure out where we're going with the quarterback. And then when you figure that out, y'all could go on a dynasty run.
Well, according to the fans, we got a 4-star and 5-star sitting on the bench.
Well, I think the fans are looking for Vandergriff. He's a 5-star to take over. Then they signed some guy named Gunnar Stock.
That's the guy I heard about too.
Man,
I know.
Is that the guy that broke Trevor Lawrence's records?
Yeah. But here's the thing that I would say: if I were a coach in the SEC recruiting against Kirby Smart, I would really target those wide receivers and say, don't go to Georgia, because Kirby Smart has not shown that he knows how to deal with the quarterback position. I felt bad for Georgia's wide receiver because they were not really showcased to their ability because of the ineptness of Stetson Bennett. You know, and I would just, if I'm Alabama, if I'm Nick, I'm saying, look at all the QBs that I've had recently, and they're starters in the NFL or a Heisman Trophy winner. So you know you're going to play with a dynamic quarterback. You know that. At Georgia, you don't know what's going to happen. And he has already shown the propensity not to play the better quarterback. Yeah. Because when he had Justin Fields, he chose loyalty over the best quarterback. So that you make a great point, because I would be all over that. Yeah, Georgia won the championship. How many times is Georgia going to have this type of epic defense? You know, not every year. Like Alabama's has some cold-blooded defense, but they don't have it every year. And Georgia just had the right recruiting class that came in at the same time with N'Kobe Dean, Smith, the big boy, 99.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis.
Oh, my bad. Shout out to Jordan Davis, too. Mallet Creek alumni.
They all came in the same year, and that allowed them to grow together, play early, and then they formed this formidable defense, one that many people will remember in the years to come. So, if I can't really subscribe to a Georgia dynasty right now, because Kirby's not going to have that great a defense every year. Mm-hmm. He's not going to have a middle linebacker like N'Kobe Dean. And look at it. We see that Georgia makes the national championship when they have a stellar middle linebacker. Mm-hmm. Remember the last time they went to the championship? They had my man
Roquan Smith.
Stud. N'Kobe Dean.
Stud.
So we see.
Hey, Kirby got to get some boys in that secondary too, man.
Well, yeah, but he got to have another stud middle linebacker who's like a quarterback on the defensive side of the ball, because we see they win big when they have that quarterback on defense, and the defense is able to overcome some of the offensive flaws.
Yeah. I see what's the name transferring though on the offensive side. I think Beck is gone. I don't think he's gonna
He
stay.
needs to go, man.
Some of them other quarterbacks might go too. Unless they gonna get some assurances that they gonna have a chance to play. Like that Gunner kid. And then if we get Caleb in the transfer portal, I can promise you one or two.
Well, Vander Griffin's gone if they get Caleb. He's gone.
And then people talking about JT Daniels. JT Daniels had the job, then he got hurt. He couldn't even beat out Stetson Bennett to get the job back. So,
JT just got bad luck, and he might as well charge to the game. You know, shoot, he might want to go to the SWAT.
Wait a minute.
And honestly, I think if JT would have came in, people were screaming, "Hey, JT need to come in." Stetson not doing it before the half ended. I was like, man, I don't know because JT can't. He's a statue. He can't.
Well, he's not.
He can't move. Yeah.
My thing is, I would at least try it because, I guess Kirby. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna give Kirby some props on being smart in this game. Kirby said, my defense is going to hold this Bryce Young and Alabama offense down this game.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, Stetson is going to get a drive to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I think his mindset was, as long as the defense is holding them, I can make do with Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, they almost killed him when he fumbled, and they gave up that TD.
Yeah. I think he just said, I'm gonna just ride Stetson out. And I think had Alabama been scoring in droves like they did in the SEC championship, he would have been forced to pull it and to give JT a chance. But the defense saved Stetson so that he could become a UGA legend.
They showed up. Like I say, as long as they showed up, Stetson had a chance. But yeah, if they forcing Stetson to make plays, it's back and forth. It's a shootout. Stetson can't win no shootout.
Yeah, Like I feel like if he definitely can. But I mean, he did enough. And like I said, sometimes you get lucky and he did just enough.
He did enough because the defense surrendered under 20 points.
Yeah, even Nick Saban had to realize, okay, I won with AJ McCarron and Jacob Coker. I can't win with those guys no more because the NCAA has changed. So, but hey,
all right,
got it done.
Let me ask Coach this question.
Oh, this is a bit.
Put him on the big screen.
Uh-oh.
We'll put him on the big screen, Coach. Brace yourself.
What you got to do with SEC football?
Brace yourself, Coach.
All right.
Here's the SEC of NCAA football.
Why are you gonna put me on the big screen for this one?
Hey!
Oh
So you was talking big nuts last week.
Why? Well, okay. I don't like you.
Look at his face.
I don't like you, Rev. I can't stand you.
Who's your daddy?
Now, one would say that they are, even though they did not do that well this year in the bowls. They always talk about bowl records and everything. They talk about
bowl games.
Is the SEC championship a big bowl game? Yes or no?
Is the SEC championship?
I mean, the national championship a big game? Yes or no?
I'm not doubting the top two teams, Alabama and Georgia.
Okay.
I'm not doubting them being the best in the land. Why should you doubt them? They're consistent.
Coach, just go on and answer yes. Because here's the thing that messed me up. When I did my research, because before the SEC is, they not the kings of football, whatever. Since 2006, the SEC has won, 13 out of 17 championships. Granted, Alabama won the most of them. LSU's won 2. Florida's won 2. Georgia has won 1. Auburn has won 1. Out of all those years, only 3 schools in Power 4 conferences have won a championship. Clemson, twice. Ohio State, once. and Florida State once. When you got 5 teams,
Hey, coach didn't even want to look at you, real.
when you got 5 teams in one conference since 2006 that's won championships more than all the other Power 4 conferences together, Coach, you got to give it up. They're the big daddy of NCAA football.
Who's your daddy?
Well,
Spank
like I
'em.
said, I'm going to say this again. I have never said they were not. I just said that this is what I base it on. Somebody told me, now I want you all to answer this. Somebody told me that every game in the SEC is a tough game. And I told them that's not true. I said, I'm not doubting that the SEC is the best conference, but don't tell me that every team in the SEC is a tough game. It's not. I give them that credit. That's what I based it on. I didn't base it on the fact that the SEC wasn't the strongest conference, because they are. But you can't tell me that every time an SEC team plays, oh yes, that they're going to win. They're a great team. No, they're not. I can name 5 teams that'll never be considered for SEC championship. So look at Joe Black. See, Joe Black. Let me remind you of something, Joe Black. I have to say this over and over again. I am a USC fan. I do not like the Pac-12. I could care less. If Georgia played Oregon, I could care less and beat the brakes off of them. I could care less. If Washington played Ohio State, who cares? But when USC plays somebody, I'm there. I don't care about the Pac-12, Joe Black. I'm not reminding you that.
So, Coach, what you're saying is you wish USC was out of the Pac-12 and in another conference, right?
It wouldn't matter where they play. They could play in the Big 8. I don't know. I go back, take it back to the Big East. I don't care where USC play. I'm a USC fan through and through. No question. I don't care what conference they played in. And then, Rev, while we discussing, somebody said, and here's another quote, that USC wouldn't even finish in the top 8 in the SEC. I said, you are out of your complete mind. You're crazy. Don't get it down. I said, come on now, top 8?
Now, well, Coach, you don't have to worry about that because your head coach ran, so you ain't got to worry about that. He ran like a chicken. He ran like a chicken. So USC can't call it, and he know Oklahoma about to come. Go.
What he said, he knew what was coming, so he said, "Let me go out west."
He said, "Man, SEC, I don't want no small.
I got to give you my voice, Armani." He said, well, I think USC is a great opportunity for me to develop a team and contend, so I will go to USC. Don't talk about Iran. Say he went for a better opportunity.
He getting paid. He getting paid enough.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, yeah,
I officially don't like you, Ray, right now. I'll get over it, but that was a wrong question. You snuck down with over. All right.
I had to put you on the spot, man. All right, gentlemen. Let's get ready to go halftime, man. We talk a lot about college football, and we'll come back around the Dope Note Coat next week. All right, if you don't mind, let's go right into halftime of the Red Rev Sports Show. We got a little Atlanta Falcon talk, NFL wild card picks coming your way, and then we got to talk a little bit about the Atlanta Hawks. What are they doing? So we'll be coming right back.
Atlanta Falcons talk. What in the world we got to talk about them losers for?
We're coming back. And we are back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And we have already had a great show, of course, as a Georgia football fan. It was good talking about the Georgia Bulldogs championship. And we hope that this will not be the last time that we talk about Georgia winning the championship, and it won't happen again in 40 years because none of us be talking about it in 40 years on Facebook. That's for sure.
Oh, my God.
That's for sure. But let's, Armani, unmute your mic if you don't mind, sir.
Sorry about that.
All right. And let's talk a little basketball, man. Let's talk a little basketball because we know a big trade took place this past week, and we got to talk about it, man, because as Coach would say, I got some concerns. I got some concerns.
As you should, Rev. As you should.
Here it is. Fair or foul. Cam is traded to the New York Knicks. We're talking about Cam Reddish. That was the big news coming this past week in the NBA. So let's talk about it, man. Red, I'm going to start with you, and then I'll finish it up. Is it fair or foul that Cam was traded to the Knicks?
Well, right now it's foul because all you got for him was a garbage trash player like Kevin Knox and some protected draft pick that we have no idea what's going to come from it. Look, I heard about the reports that he was unhappy here, and I know he respectfully asked to be moved. But look, Travis, you have a responsibility to the Hawks before Cam Reddish. Now, I hope people keep saying this is like the beginning of a bigger deal. Well, I hope you know what you're doing, man, because moving, if this is the all deal, sorry, I'm getting a little tongue twisted, forgive me. If this is all that this deal is going to bring back, Kevin Knox and the draft pick, then this deal is awful right here, man. Now, if personally, I'm like, Rev, I don't know why you didn't keep him and maybe package him to get maybe one or two better players, but Travis say he's not done making moves. So if they can use that draft pick that they got and package it for another big-time player, like maybe Karl Anthony Towns or somebody else that I probably would want, I'm not feeling that Ben Simmons crap. But if you can make a bigger move for a better player that'll help take some of the pressure off Trae Young, then maybe we can revisit this question. But right now, I'm going to say foul.
Foul. All right, Coach, your thoughts, fair or foul?
Well, my favorite word came up when I saw the trade go across the line. I looked up, and they started like Red say who they traded for, and I looked at the Hawks and said, what? What? You going to trade Cam Reddish for G League talent?
A stick of bubble gum.
Yeah, and some annihilators. I guess you did it now, didn't want to wait later. I don't know, but that was terrible.
Look at Coach. I like that one.
You reunite Cam with RJ Barrett. Man, hey, those guys are finna do some damage. And the Knicks are about to make some noise, and you are sitting there, unfortunately, at 17-24 when you know you better than that. You know you better than that. Then you give away one of your prize bench players for that. And the State Farm Arena gonna become Progressive Arena because ain't nobody gonna want to come watch. They gonna start leaving progressively, and nobody gonna want to come in there and fill it up.
So you say it's foul?
It's foul all the way around. No other way around. It's foul.
Armani, fair or foul? Cam Reddish traded to the Knicks.
Foul on so many levels. Well, let me start with this from a GM's perspective. I mean, I just don't understand. What are you thinking? Like, I understand that Cam don't want to be there, but hey, man, you don't have no choice. So you don't have no choice. I don't have to trade you. I don't have to trade you. So my thing is, and if you're going to trade him, get what he's worth or then some. You got to stick a bubble gum, some annihilators, and maybe one or two Skittles and maybe one or two M&Ms for him. Like, come on, like, what are you thinking? Like, if you're going, like I said, like Red said, put them in the package together, get Carl Anthony Towns. We'll if y'all want Ben Simmons, we'll school him in for that too, you know. So anyway, I'm just saying, man, like, you got to think long term, and not just long term, but right now, if y'all trying to make a championship run anytime soon. So that was foul on so many. And plus, he's one of your best bench players. So the productivity is going to start coming down a little bit because Cam can put up some big shots now. So, I mean, that foul, like I said, on so many levels.
It's unanimous. It's foul. And, you know, who cares that Cam wanted to play more minutes? Who cares that he was making, getting upset and it's hard to work with his agent? Travis Schlenk's job is to make the best deal. And it wasn't like he had to trade him this year. Cam was still under contract next year. Why would you trade the best asset that's not named Trae Young?
Yeah.
Cam Reddish is the only other player only other player on the roster that could create his own shot. He was the best two-way player, rather. Better than Trae Young, because we know Trae don't play no defense.
Nope.
So why would you trade him? And see, I'm about to take this conversation somewhere, and it has to go there.
Here we go.
All of us have lived in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Red, Coach, myself, I've recently lived in Atlanta. You all are still there. We know the face of Atlanta city proper is changing. We know that there's a different demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why Kevin Huerter was signed to the contract that he was signed, so that he could relate to the changing face of Atlanta. Because nobody can tell me, pound for pound, Kevin Huerter's future looks brighter than Cam Reddish.
No.
Cam Reddish is a better ball handler. Cam Reddish is a better scorer. He's a better athlete. And Kevin Huerter might have him by a point or two as being a better shooter. But who has the better trajectory long term? It's Cam Reddish. Not even close. So for the Hawks to sign Kevin Huerter so quickly and to get rid of Cam Reddish as quickly as they did, that kind of lets me know that they are placating to the changing demographic of Atlanta. What do you have to think about that?
Well, they need to be placating to what's going to get some wins in the championship here.
Exactly.
If placating to the demographic ain't going to bring no wins or championships, then Travis gonna placate and lose his job. So I appreciate you placating Travis, but dude, don't set yourself up to be fired because you're trying to live within the community and at State Farm too. And another word I got on this is another thing I've been thinking about recently. Man, John Collins, dude, for the money you getting paid, man, some of your games have been very, very disappointing. I mean, dude, you're averaging like 16 points a game now, and for a player that's on a 5-year, $120-something million contract, I think it's not too much to ask that you give us.
Say that one more time. How much is he getting paid, Red?
He's on a 5-year, $120+ million deal.
That
was a waste of money.
And for what you giving us on a nightly basis, okay, you had two back-to-back 20-point games, Christmas and the day after. But recently, and let me also say, his last 5-6 games played have all been losses. Okay, so for the little numbers that you giving us, dude, none of your stats or none of your performances are resulting in wins. So now, I mean, besides those little lobs that you get from Trey and whatnot, dude, is he just helping us win any games? Okay. And if not, then this guy, go ahead, Real. I'm sorry.
Red, you nailed it. That's his biggest asset is catching an alley-oop.
Yeah.
What else does he do consistently? And that's why I was not a fan re-signing him. He does not score consistently. He does not shoot the outside shot consistently. He has no post moves. He's not a great defender. So what else besides catching the alley-oop does he bring to the table?
It's just like since he got here from day one, he was doing that from day one. I haven't seen his game evolve or got better at all. And that was before Trey got here. With Trey, like you say, that's all it is, just lobs, dude. Your game hasn't evolved on that next level. If Trey doesn't play, you can't lead us to any wins. You see what I'm saying? And if you're going to be making contract like that, when Trey goes down, I need my next highest player to be able to lead us to some wins. Without Trey, man, you pretty much are useless, man. And then you had a nerve to be complaining about your role. What more do you want out of your role? I'm pretty sure you're getting at least 15, 16 shots a game. You're not doing, like I say, you're not consistent at any category. And honestly, if Travis is the GM I think he is, don't be surprised if John Collins is the next player moved out, because his name, I can't see how his name is not involved in any trade, being that his contract will probably bring back a player that's on a similar contract that's probably better. And don't forget, we do have a rookie we just drafted coming up. So it's not like we don't have a player that can step in for John Collins. I'm just saying I've been very disappointed with John Collins. And if I'm disappointed, I know it's got to be some other people who are disappointed too, and they're probably in the Hawks front office.
Well, here it is, Red. And Coach, I'll go right to you just a second. Here it is, Red. You just brought up John Collins being possibly moved. If you're trying to bring in an impact player, then trade Reddish and Collins together. A three-way deal.
Yeah.
How are these? And see, this is where it frustrates me. You know, and now that I've moved to Pennsylvania, you could say, matter of fact, my mother and I were talking about Philadelphia fans this morning as we were having breakfast.
Those crazy nuts.
Eagles fans are insane, but they are informed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I understand.
I deal with informed fans that are insane.
Atlanta fans don't have a clue.
We're not informed. What fan base thinks that you can trade away your second best asset and get a great impact player based on the return that you got from this trade? Kevin Knox was sitting deep on the Knicks bench. He wasn't even sniffing the floor.
Mm-mm.
And Dante brought it out just a few seconds. You're getting a first-round pick that's not even guaranteed because it's protected.
Nope.
So what impact player are you going to get?
Oh, you didn't know that, Armani?
I didn't know that until
when you're going to get you're trading maybe Collins, Knox, or somebody else, maybe
Gallinari. I'm thinking you're gonna have to make the numbers work if we get some type of impact player back.
But you traded away the guy that could have helped.
Yes,
you.
I'm with you.
And see, this is the kind of stuff Atlanta fans have to cry foul about.
Mm-hmm.
Put pressure. Let them know this is not acceptable. But Atlanta fans, well, he was disgruntled. He was.
Who cares?
Don't nobody care.
But nobody cares. And you ain't winning without him. So
yeah.
You ain't winning them without, even when he's not there. You lost again against the Heat. So who cares?
I hate when they come on my page with these little soft, sissy, cupcake responses to my post. And I'm like, man, do y'all really expect me to respond to this? Do y'all watch our show? We don't care about this soft stuff. Who cared that he wanted out, dude? Travis' job is to make the best deal for the Hawks. I don't care. You can sit Cam Reddish on the end of the bench. He can pout the rest of the season. If I ain't got no good deal, you ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Red and Rev, you said something that's very key. Philadelphia fans alone would get you up out of Philly.
Yeah.
Alone. So I think it's a culture change as far as sports from Philadelphia to Atlanta. But I think if the fan, like you said, the fans have to step up and start putting pressure on the management. Same thing with, we'll talk about that later with the Falcons. If the fans don't start demanding that better things start happening in the organization, ain't nothing gonna change.
Atlanta fans support mediocrity, like me and Rev keep telling these folks. Some of these Atlanta fans are just happy to have a team. They don't care about winning no rings. Man, look, real sports fans care about winning rings. We're not just happy to have a team. I don't care if our team is an expansion team. I expect competition, man. You understand? I expect you to go out there on that floor and get me a victory. Do whatever you got to do to win the game. What Coach Edwards said. Win the game, dude. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. All this, we just happy to have a team. Cam was disgruntled. Ooh, Matt is the best player. He's the best quarterback we ever had. Who cares? Do we have a ring? I don't care if he's the best quarterback we ever had. He's a loser.
And great point. Now
they sound like Charlotte.
This is what bothers me. There are levels to being disgruntled. We are seeing disgruntledness on steroids by what you see with Ben Simmons.
Yes.
This man ain't even showing up to work.
That's disgruntled.
That's disgruntled on steroids.
High level.
Cam was a quiet guy.
Cam Reddish is still playing basketball. He's still showing up for work. And here, Atlanta Hawks fans, he was messing up chemistry. He was disgruntled, but the man was showing up to work. And look at what the Philadelphia 76, they got a man who won't even show up for work, but they will not sell him off or trade him off for peanuts.
Nope.
See, that's the difference, because they know, as much as Armani said, we could trade Ben Simmons away for some Skittles. If they did that, the Sixers fans and Philadelphia fans would go nuts.
On the inside,
they would have a stone fit. That's a terrible trade.
Yeah, they will run Travis and Elton Brand out of town.
Hawks fan, because he been crying, because Cam Reddish was whining, we had to let him go, and they don't care about what they get in return.
We didn't even know he was crying like that, Red.
Job. If I go to my job and I say I'm disgruntled, you think they care? As long as I'm getting paid?
Exactly.
As long as anybody on there, this is regular life stuff. We get mad at our jobs all the time. You think I'm gonna go to my job and just say I'm mad? And you think they're just gonna be like, "Oh, go home. You go home because you mad." No, that ain't how they go.
Hey, when they move me
to on your job and get mad, they gonna send the MPs after you. They ain't
exactly.
When they move me to another area,
see the Admiral.
When they want to move me to another area, I get upset sometimes. But hey, eventually I gotta go on up there. I'm like, I mean, I can sit here and go back and forth with supervisor. Yeah, but eventually I'm gonna go on up to the area. But yeah, it's like that, man.
First of all, wait a minute. We missing something in all this. Why is nobody talking about Solomon Hill being traded as well? Why is nobody breaching this? We done skipped all over everything. We done talked all about Cam Reddish. Solomon Hill was there every night. He showed up every night. He put in maybe 2 or 3 points a game in 2 minutes. He was there. He was a valuable bench player, and now the Hawks have given him away for nothing. Kevin Knox is not going to do what Solomon Hill did. He's not going to be a team player.
That's how I know John Collins might be up out here soon. Because Solomon Hill was his boy. You got rid of Solomon, you might as well get rid of John Collins, because that was his best friend.
So you trying to tell me we traded for a guy who can't even put up Solomon Hill numbers?
Can't even put on Solomon Hill on.
Yeah, Solomon Hill was a good leader.
To disrupt the team. No turnovers. No, he get a rebound or two. He didn't disrupt the team. When he got in there, solid defense. Nobody scored more than 20 points on it. Hey, Solomon Hill was there.
I'm saying, they keep talking about this locker room tension. I didn't hear. Did anybody hear anything from the locker room?
No.
That's what I'm saying. What y'all attention? This was probably the most quietest disgruntled play I've ever heard about.
Let me ask y'all something. And Red, you can chime in on this too.
Oh,
Cam Reddish was traded to Philadelphia for Ben Simmons. Is that an equal trade?
Not for the Sixers. I think that's a way better trade, but you know, Jeffrey Morrow would never go for that one. I mean, Cam Reddish, the Hawks should be from a individual to individual. The Hawks should be ecstatic, but that would still be a bad trade for the Hawks because you would then have two guys who can't score in their starting five. Clint Capella and Ben Simmons.
Right.
And Clint Capella would be in the way of what Ben Simmons does well, and that drives the ball to the hole.
Right.
Because Clint can't shoot. He has no post moves.
Yeah.
You know, so if Ben was kind of struggling getting his points off in the paint with Joel Embiid, who could shoot, got a wide range of ability, imagine how bad it would be with Clint Capella, who can't score and can't really do anything besides get putbacks and catch alley-oops.
Yeah, that was just wishful thinking.
They're gonna call him Clint. They're gonna call him Clint Acapella.
Exactly.
We ready, man.
He makes no music, no sound.
Yeah, nothing.
No instrumental.
Solomon Hill at least averaging 1 assist a game. I mean, when you get in there, that ball is moving. And Hill gets the ball to the other players because he know he's not about to score. He said, I'm not here to score. I'm here to facilitate defense.
We need Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, well, you messed up. Well, the Hawks messed up getting him because Reddish had to be a part of that kind of deal.
I feel you don't think Collins and Gallo and that draft pick.
No, Gallo will not be an asset until he's on his last year.
Reddish, well, they don't need Reddish. They got my boy. What's my boy Ant-Man?
No,
or maybe you can send Hunter up there too. But I guess we need Hunter now. We don't got rid of Reddish.
You're gonna definitely need him now.
See, the better trade would have been Hurt.
Yeah,
I could tolerate Herter for a protected pick and Kevin Knox. Actually, I think that would have helped the Hawks be even more athletic because Knox is much more athletic than Herter. Start Cam at the 2. Trey, Cam, and DeAndre Hunter, if he could ever stay healthy. That's a good trio because Cam and Hunter can offset some of Trae Young's being a defensive liability.
Yep.
That would have been the better. And then you could have slid over Hunter to the 4 sometimes. You could bring Reddish to the 3, bring Bogey. Because at the end of the day, Bogey and Herter are basically the same player.
Same player, yep.
That's what you got. Herter can put the ball on the floor a tad bit better than Bogey, but their specialty is shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you got 2 of the same player. So one of them should have been the one that was gone. And it goes back to why I wasn't really big on signing Bogey, because you already had somebody like that in Herter. And now Reddish is the sacrificial lamb because Travis Slink got all these 3-point shooters and don't have enough defenders. And he trades one of his best defenders away. It just makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, Travis, I thought that was probably one of your most questionable moves, man.
No doubt about it.
We'll see what type of move you make for the trading deadline, but it's gonna have to be a doozy to make up for this one.
No doubt about it. All right, let's move on, man. Who would have thought we'd be talking about the Falcons since they're not in the playoffs? But I wanted to raise the question.
Yeah,
I need us to have a little fill in the blank time.
Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna start with Armani with this one since he's a Falcons fan as well, and then we'll just work our way around the horn. Armani, fill in the blank. The Atlanta Falcons season was
Expected.
expound.
So when you look at the roster, you still got Matt Ryan, who is an aging quarterback that's turning the downhill in his career. This roster that Terry and Arthur put together is pretty much like when you're trying to make something with bubble gum and paper clips. You don't, and I'm not going to I can't put all the blame on them because they came into a mess. So there's not so much signing and willing and dealing they had to do. The only thing that I question that Terry and Arthur did, don't get me wrong, y'all, I love Kyle Pitts, and we talked about this. When you have the number 4 pick and you need to have so many holes on the defense that you need to fill, you could have traded back. Don't get me wrong, Kyle Pitts is a great player. But I'm tired of hearing about Falcons fans saying, we need defense. We need defense. How are we going to get a good defense if you keep trying to draft offensive? Like, we've already went that route already, and it's not working. We traded for Julio. We drafted Calvin. Years later, we have already tried this offensive thing, and has been working. So you get what you got. Micah Parsons should have been the pick here in Atlanta because he is the best. He was the best defensive player on that board. And I think, honestly, he might be the better player than Kyle Pitts might end up being.
Wow.
And that's no knock on Kyle, but you cannot sit here and say, and this is for all the Ryanites that I know, you cannot sit here and say, oh, well, we need to fix the defense and be okay with drafting Kyle Pitts at the number 4 pick. That's a total contradiction. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But in my mind, y'all were okay with picking an offensive player at 4, long as it wasn't a quarterback.
Yeah.
So Ryanites out there, I don't want to hear nothing about we need to fix the defense. When you sat there and you did not have an explanation ready to why we picked Kyle Pitts at 4. Total contradiction. I don't want to hear it. We could have went Michael Parsons with number 4 and tried to start doing this because Michael Parsons, Foye Oluokun, AJ Terrell, he could have been a game changer. Then they always talk about the pass rush. Not only can he play linebacker, but he can rush the passer as well.
Yeah.
So this is what you get. You neglect the quarterback, you neglect the defense. Terry, I understand that you did what you thought, unless best player available is so subjective, depending on who you're talking to. Red might think somebody's the best player available. Coach might think somebody else is the best player available. Red might think somebody else is the best player available. Let's not keep saying, let's draft the best player available. That is so subjective depending on who you're talking to.
Right.
So the season has went as expected, and Rev, you called it, as of what it was going to be. And we had to start looking at, okay, I hope Terry and Arthur got together and be like, all right, this ain't going to work. Because let's not act like we had one of the easiest schedules in the NFL. Let's say we had this roster last year. I don't think we would have won. We went, 4-12 last year? We might have went 13, 14. So you got lucky because you had the third easiest schedule. And you have to take a look at evaluating the defense and the quarterback. You can't just neglect both.
Yeah.
So, that's my take on that. Hey, y'all
Armani,
got it, man.
Armani gave us a Falcon sermon right there.
Lying, man. As they say something for me, man. Hey, he just said, give us a few words. He didn't say give us a whole essay.
I get my feelings about
feel
the Falcons,
you, brother.
man.
All right.
I'm so tired.
I understand,
I'm tired
man.
of the fans. I'm tired of the fans.
All right, Coach, we're gonna go around the horn. Coach, the Atlanta Falcons season was, and we know you're not a Falcons fan, but it was what?
Coach.
He's frozen.
I guess that's what he's saying.
Coach.
Nothing nice to say, don't say nothing, right, Coach? Oh.
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Well, look at this one. We talk about the Atlanta Falcons, and Tisha Young says time for the ties and off.
Pretty much.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
The Atlanta Falcons season was no surprise. From the start when Calvin Ridley checked out to continuing to keep Matt Ryan employed as the quarterback to your running game being no one even gained. Anybody gained over 500 yards? Did anybody? No. To not addressing the needs. Not just like Armani said, not that best player available crap. That gets you in trouble. Address your needs, things change. Don't address your need to get the best player. And I'm not knocking Kyle Pitts. Pitts going to be an all-pro for years. But he ain't going to be on the field because your defense is going to be on the field all the time. So it was no surprise to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Red, I'm interested in what you have to say. The Atlanta Falcons season was
very, very tiresome. And I'll explain why. It's very tiresome when you wake up every football Sunday during the regular season and know that you're full of mediocrity on both sides of the ball, in the front office, on the coaching staff, and all everywhere around. Mediocre on offense, mediocre to below average on defense. Our coaching staff is average at best. Our front office, nobody really has too much faith in it, especially at this point. Our owner, he was hot stuff when he bought the team. Now he don't result it back to just an average, below average owner who not too many folks think the winning is the number one thing for him. So it's just tiresome. This season just tiresome because like everybody said, we knew what was coming. We knew what was coming on. When you have Matt Ryan as your quarterback, you can only go so far. The sky's, it's not like the sky's the limit. Okay, you can only go so far when Matt Ryan is your quarterback. When you have a defense doesn't have too much talent on it, well, you can only hold people for so long. It's games our defense played pretty well, but eventually, they're gonna give up a touchdown. They're gonna give up big plays. You have a mediocre team, when you have an easy schedule, you fool fans into thinking that you're playoff caliber. Eventually, you lose all the important games and you miss the playoffs by that much. So, like I say, overall, the season was just tiresome. Tiresome because we know as long as Matt Ryan's here, we're pretty much not going to make the playoffs again. And you're just trying to, like Armani said, you're trying to put chicken salad and a tuna fish and it just don't mix. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to sell the fans. We trying to get better, have a winning team. But as long as Matt Ryan here, we ain't getting better. It's going to be the same old thing year after year. We know it's time for a change at the quarterback position. Most of the real fans and intelligent fans know that. We know our defense is in need of a major overhaul. We probably have only one or two players back there that's worth keeping. You know what I'm saying? Our offense, with the exception of Pitts and Patterson and Chris Lindstrom, that is in need of a major overhaul. So like I say, we just mediocre and below average at every area on the field. We're not sure what the coaching staff is about. We're not sure what the front office and the GM and the scouts are going to do. We'll probably have a better idea after this draft. We just in limbo right now. And it's just very tiresome because 4 years ago, we were that close to all our dreams coming true with a Super Bowl championship. And since that moment, we have resulted back to the Falcons of old, and no one right now can see a way out of this hole. And it's just very tiresome because the NFL playoffs are about to start, and our team is no close to a championship than it was in 2017 when this drought began.
Red and Armani, you all have alluded to basically the word that I'm going to use. The Atlanta Falcons season was misleading. When you're 7-10, but the victories are against the worst teams in the league, you feasted off being a chump killer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the schedule.
Giant. Yeah, go ahead.
Beat the Giants. Not in the playoffs.
Chump.
Yes. Not
Chump.
in the playoffs. Dolphins. Decent. Not in the playoffs. New Orleans one time. Not in the playoffs. Jacksonville. Not in the playoffs. Carolina. Not in the playoffs. Detroit. Not in the playoffs. Now, they get beat by more than double digits by everybody who made the playoffs. Lose to Philadelphia by 26. Lose to Tampa Bay first time by 23. They lost to Washington, not in the playoffs. Lost to Carolina one time, not in the playoffs. Got beat by 40 by Dallas in the playoffs. Got shut out by the Patriots by 25 in the playoffs. Yep. Lost to Tampa Bay second time by 13. Yep. Lost to San Francisco in the playoffs by 18. Lost to Buffalo in the playoffs by 14. So I don't know what Arthur Smith is. All I can say is Arthur Smith, at least he can get the team ready to beat the chumps of the league. That's all I know about Arthur Smith.
Chump killer.
Well,
I can't say how well of a coach he is because you can say, look at the talent he had, didn't have any talent. Well, he had enough talent to beat the chumps. All right, that's what I know about.
That's it.
I didn't see him play hardly any of the real playoff contenders well. So I don't really know how great of a coach he is. Some folks are like, well, it's amazing what he did. He beat nothing but scrubs. So if you are measuring his ability to coach or beating scrubs, once again, Atlanta fans not being informed.
Yeah, this mostly Ben Hill Field talking right here. He the only one that gets so positive, and we trying to sell us on all this positivity. I be trying to say his half glass full approaches. Go ahead, Armani.
And also, people keep asking, oh, well, if you get rid of Matt Ryan, who are you going to replace him with? Any rookie can come in here and have 4 straight losing seasons.
Exactly.
I can go 4-12, 4-12, or well, 79, 4-12, 4-12 with a rookie quarterback.
Yes.
You're right.
So
you can't. Armani, we can do that with
seasons.
We can do that with Case Keenum.
We can do that with Case Keenum.
The dude who's the backup from Arkansas, Felipe. Whatever.
We can do that with Felipe.
That's what I'm saying. So why we paying Matt Ryan $30 million when that money could be used on the offensive line or defense, and we still have the same record, but at least we'll probably be getting better with continuity with these players. You see what I'm saying? We know Matt Ryan not gonna be here. We can use some of this money on players we can probably invest in because, like you say, with the results we get from our quarterback position, that position ain't worth no $30 million. I'm sorry.
Not at all. And to Sister Williams, some of that being sacked is on Matt Ryan's inability to not have the best QB IQ because sometimes he does not know how to change plays. He doesn't know how to shift the protection. That's why he gets sacked. Some of it, the offensive line has been bad. Some of it, the scheme has been bad. But, Matt Ryan just does not have the best football IQ. Let's just call it what it is. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. Doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is. Matt Ryan gets happy feet. He can't elude some of the sacks that he could avoid because he doesn't have any foot speed. He is just not who the Falcons need him to be and are paying him to be. And the results are what they are. 4 straight years, not making the playoffs, but 4 straight years he's been able to cash that $30 million check. That's it.
And not only that, Rev, guess who's – I'm going to ask y'all something. Can y'all take a guess who's the most sacked quarterback this year?
Joe Burrow.
Ryan Tannehill. Where is he at?
Tennessee.
With Julio going down, A.J. Brown going down, Derrick Henry going down, Ryan Tannehill was the most sacked quarterback. And
they got the number 1 seed.
And they got the number 1 seed.
And the number 1 seed.
Thank you. That's going to be my poster. That's going to be a post. I'm going to make that post today, too. Yeah, I'm going to play that.
And you know what, Ray, if anybody say, well, we don't have a defense, I mean, just let them know, well, we can't have a defense when you take the tight ends at number 4.
Got it.
Well, on a
I don't buy excuses on money. I'm not buying that defense excuse.
There's going to be another playoff team coming. Atlanta's schedule is not that easy next year.
We got a gauntlet. We got to play the y'all division. We got a gauntlet next year.
Right. Pittsburgh comes to Atlanta next season, baby.
Are you going to be in the house?
You going to the game?
If the Lord bless and spare me, I'll be sitting on row 115, C3, section C. I'm gonna be somewhere in the house. I promise you, I'm gonna be there.
Coach, I might.
Hey, Coach, my daddy gonna be there too. So I might be there. I might not be there. I don't know.
Coach, I might need to accompany you to that game. You let me know. We can get tickets to that one.
If it's at 1 o'clock, I can't go. I'll still be in church.
Yes, we understand.
They done messed me up moving to Pennsylvania. They got church at 11. I used to have church at 9:30. So they done messed me up here. But nevertheless,
you have to wait till the 4 o'clock games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because the Falcons are trash, it ain't gonna be no primetime game.
You might make an Eagles game.
Yeah.
Easy. He can make an Eagles game.
I don't know. We'll see. All right, gentlemen, let's move on, man. We got some picks to make. It is wild card. We need to see where we are in the standings.
We don't need to see my record. I'm officially out.
I don't know if you want to clap, brother, because you went down in the standings this week.
I didn't do too good.
Here it is.
Money, you're not gonna choke away another championship, are you?
Here
this
it is.
My first one. Whatever, Red.
Last week, Red went 7-5. Red went 6-6. Coach went 9-3. Armani went 6-6.
Ooh.
So that leads us.
That is not good.
Our playoffs. This is basically a 2-man race between Coach and Armani. Take a 2-game lead with the 63%.
Man, I got 100. I'm surprised to myself. I got to the hundreds.
Armani, you coming in at 62. Rev is coming in at 58, and Red is coming in 54. And Red is collecting his Longhorn money right now, preparing for our dinner.
Ooh, you better believe it.
So that's where we are, Armani. And you got some ground to catch up. I mean, even though I'm not statistically eliminated, I'm pretty much eliminated. So I already know what the deal is. So it's a two-man race down the stretch. Right. Armani and Coach. Okay. So you got some things y'all got to pay attention to who's going to win this championship. So
I got one game because you know this.
So Armani might mess around.
I know you're going to get one back.
Wheels of the Red Rev Sports Show come in choking down the stretch of two different.
Might not now. Don't say I'm still so short now, Coach.
I'm not.
Ben said it's whatever this week. You heard your quarterback. Right. Ain't nobody giving them a chance. Ooh, I don't like it. So I don't want to play the Steelers when nobody giving them a chance.
No. Now, I want you, when you're saying that, I want you to look at Ray's face when you're saying that. Don't say
Red, you better be worried about that defense ahead. Hey, them Chiefs defense is defense is suspect to be shouted. Okay, all right, Red. Now with the Chiefs choke, Red gonna be hiding next week at the Chiefs choke.
Let's go ahead and make these picks, so we won't listen to this waste of TV time. Let's go with these picks.
Oh man,
NFL wild card
Here we go.
Coach, we'll start with you since you're in first place.
Go.
To start off Saturday,
Woo.
the Raiders versus the Bengals. Who you got?
You got two teams with terrible histories of playoffing recently. Two teams who had won nothing, and oh shoot, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati, but barely, just because Burrow hadn't been in the playoff, but I think he's gonna adapt more than Derek Carr. So I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Red, who you got?
I gotta take my Bengals, man. I've been riding with both teams all year, but my Bengals, they just a little bit more impressive. They're Joe Burrow, man. I mean, how can you not like this kid, man? And then the playmakers he got around him with Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase and Taj Boyd and Tay Higgins, and I'm forgetting the tight end name. And then that defense is just opportunistic, man. Woo! I'm saying that they ain't won a playoff game in almost 30 years. I think it's time for that streak to be broken. I think Joe Burrow is the man to break that streak, and he's going to do it at home versus the Raiders, who had a great season. Love you, Derek Carr. But I think the Bengals, man, Bengals just on another level right now. They can hang with the Chiefs, man. So I just love them Bengals and them playmakers, man. Cincy.
Armani, who you got?
I'm going with Cincinnati, man. Ain't nothing else that need to be said. I think Red hit all the wickets, man. Joe Burrow is for real. For real. And Jamar Chase is for real. Yeah. So I'm going with the Bengals, man. Raiders it's been, well, it ain't been a nice season for y'all, if you really want to be honest. But yeah, so I'm going with the Bengals.
Let's make it unanimous. I'm going with the Bengals as well for all the reasons that you all share. Red, Patriots versus the Bills. Who you got?
Woo. 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 All right. You guys know I respect Bill and his defense and the way he it's kind of hard to beat a team. Well, no, they split the first two, so whoever wins this, I'm going to beat them the second time. I'm going with the Bills. I'm going with the Bills and Josh Allen. I think even though my boy from Alabama, what's his name?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, thank you, guys. Even though my boy Mac Jones had an unbelievable rookie season, it's still, rookie quarterbacks getting that first playoff wins. It's still kind of tough. We rarely see it. And I'm going to give my boy, the Buffalo Bills coach, I'm going to give him enough credit to think that he won't let a rookie quarterback come into his house and beat him in the playoffs. He got the better team. I expect the Bills win. Let's go Buffalo.
Armani, who you have?
Man, I'm not going. I can't go against Bill Belichick, man. I'm going with the rookie quarterback as well. Yeah, I got to go with the Patriots. Yeah.
The coach, get ready to coach this championship.
Oh man, so I'm going with Josh Allen. Even though it's going to be real cold, neither one of those quarterbacks like playing in that kind of bitter cold. It's going to be like 0 degrees by the time they play. I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I think I trust him as a playoff quarterback since he's been there, done that to Mac Jones. And the win won't be there to help the Patriots be able to get away with just throwing the ball 3 times for the entire game like they did another time. So give me the Bills. Coach, who you got?
Yeah. Personally, I feel sorry for both teams having to play in that weather. God bless them both. I wouldn't be the one. But I'm gonna go with the Bills because I think the ground game may be a little better. I have to emphasize it. And Josh Allen is a little more mobile than Mac Jones. So I'm gonna go with the Bills.
All right, we got 3 Bills and 1 Patriot. I guess Monty wanted to make sure he stayed true to his military position, being a Patriot. On to the next game. Money. Eagles versus Bucks. Who you got?
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I'm going with the Bucks. Barely. I'm going with the Bucks.
Any particular reason why?
Tom Brady. That's it. You can't never count Tom Brady out, man. And even though he lost AB with his crazy behind, I still think he still has Gronk and Mike Evans and Leonard Fournette running that ball. So I'm going with the Bucks.
Man, I so want to go with the Eagles because I passed a bunch of Eagles fans now, but I can't go with Tom Brady at home. And plus, he's getting some of his weapons back. The defense is getting some of their defense back. I do believe it'll be a close game, but Jalen Hurts, you fought the good fight. but you and the Eagles will finish your race after tomorrow. So, Bucks won. Go, Coach. Who you got?
Boy, those pastoral references just slide right on in. It's gonna be the Bucks. Jalen Hurts. This is a stage for him, but I don't think his supporting cast is gonna help him on this stage. I say Bucks.
All right, and Red, who you got? He's going for the upset.
Yeah, I think my boy Maurice and my boy Vincent going with the upset. I think I'm gonna join my boys. I think I'm gonna pick an Eagles upset. That running game for the Eagles is one of the top in the league. And the Bucks, you got the AB drama. They missing a few players. They not gonna be at the top, and I'm not even sure Leonard Fournette is back, Armani. So if Tom Brady don't have that running game, and the Eagles defense start keying in on Brady, you know what happened when you key in on Brady. Now you got Mike Evans and Grump, true, but is he gonna have enough playmakers? It's gonna be a good one. Like I say, if everybody predicting a close game, if everybody saying it's gonna be super tight, then me picking the Eagles ain't too far-fetched then. Because if it's that close, then a field goal might win it. The Eagles, you just, like you say, it's the playoffs, baby. I'm going to go with the Eagles. Upset.
Well, of course, you will go with Maurice Store. He's been upset all year, so of course.
Vincent too now. It ain't just Maurice that convinced me.
He said he picking a Dolphins fan who's been picking upsets all year and ain't got one yet, huh?
It ain't just Maurice, y'all.
49ers versus Cowboys. I think this is where the real upset's going to come.
Yeah.
Debo Samuels is going to Debo the Cowboys, and the physicality of the 49ers is going to go in there and mess up some fans in Jerry World and on social media. How about them Cowboys? They're going to get defeated. That's what's going to happen. Those Cowboys, give me the 49ers to win. Coach,
you hear that Woodyard? What Woodyard at?
I mean, I'm gonna go with you with the 49ers because I mean, you look that's even Joey Bosa's a little ticked off. He wasn't named on any All-Pro team, so I've heard he's a little disgruntled. So he gonna be chasing Dak like he owing money. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Red, it's on you.
Hey, y'all, I am not. Y'all forced me to go with my uncle's team. I gotta ride these Cowboys, man. Y'all Niners ain't finna do nothing, man. I ain't supporting Kyle. Dan Quinn, he got something for old Kyle. Kyle cost him a Super Bowl. Now he finna get his payback. I'm finna pay you back. I am taking the Cowgirls. Dallas, you better not choke this one away. I promise you, Dallas, you choke this one away, man. I will clown every Cowboys fan on my page. Woodyard, Demeter, Hartley, all you Cowboy fans, y'all better be ready. Y'all better not let the Niners come into Jerry World and beat y'all. Oh, I promise you, the entire internet gonna clown you guys. Y'all can't lose this one, man. I know Rev and Coach, y'all want that drama, don't you? I know they real ready for that drama, boy. But I think the Cowboys will be ready this week. I don't know about next week. They'll be ready this week.
All right, Armani, who you got?
Man, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, man. Wow. Dan Quinn versus Kyle Shanahan. I ain't even think about that till Red said it, but man, I'm on the side with I just think that Michael Parsons have a good game. Who the Falcons should have picked. But anywho, yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys. They don't have to do much to beat the 49ers because I just think the 49ers are a one-trick pony.
Just keep Jimmy in check. That's it.
No, just if you keep your boy in check, Dabo, if you keep Debo in check.
Oh keep Debo in that running game in check.
That's hard. Running back and wide receiver. That's the
Michael Parsons and that defense, they're gonna be coming.
They're gonna be ready.
They're gonna be coming. They're gonna get bowled down too. Give me them 49ers. All right, Coach, it's on you, bro. Steelers versus Chiefs. Got Coach.
Now, I'm not gonna waver. I'm still going with the Steelers, and I'm gonna tell you why. One reason, because what they say, a hit dog will holler, and if you force somebody to go, what do the Steelers have to lose? What? Nothing. If they lose, everybody knew they was gonna get blown out. But Steelers get a lot of people healthy at the right time. They look fully recovered. Everybody's there. And Clyde Edwards-Hilaire is not going to be there in the running game. So, nice that big men rump roast. So, I'm going to go with the Steelers, and I'm going to give them a chance that nobody else gives them a chance. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we lose, we supposed to lose, we win. Oh, man, stay tuned.
This is a purely fan take right here. That's a purely fan take. If we win, we win. If we lose.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody's saying. Like Big Ben said.
That's a fan take.
Coach, you're supposed to convince us why you gonna win.
I think our defense is gonna do something. They're gonna rattle Patrick Mahomes, and just like they did Mark Andrews against the Ravens, they're gonna shut Kelsey and slow him down. That's the thing.
Okay,
keep
Coach.
Kelsey in check.
Coach.
That's okay.
Coach, you up here compare what they shut Mark Andrews down and the quarterback with some backup. Mahomes is much better than the backup.
That's fine.
That the Ravens had. Now help me understand this. Okay. Jude, who was missing on defense when the Chiefs just lit up the scoreboard against them just a few weeks ago?
Let's see. Stephon Tuitt, Devin Bush, Tyler Alolu, Joe Hayden.
All of them were missing?
Yes, sir. And
all of them back?
Yes, sir. Well, now the two defensive guys on the middle not back. Hayden is back. Bush is back.
They may only win by 23 this time.
Oh, 23. God, yo.
Go ahead, Red.
Coach, I thought you was gonna convince me, man. But if you're still a fan trying to convince me they're gonna win, you did a poor job, man. Which means I'm gonna have to take the Chiefs. Because even the Steelers fan can't even convince me. He don't even really think they're gonna do it. He like, if they win, they win. And they win, no big deal. No big deal. Man, it's the playoffs. So I guess I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. And Coach ain't really convinced. I guess I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I thought he was gonna give me a convincing reason why the upset would be in effect, but I'm still pulling for the upset because I personally don't think the Chiefs defense. If Najee Harris get on the roll, woo boy. If Big Ben can just make one or two plays, if the Steelers defense show up, Chiefs better worry because if they not putting up a lot of points, if they hanging with them throughout the whole game, and we get to the fourth quarter and the Steelers are within one score, oh, Chiefs, you better start worrying. But if they put it on them and just blow them out, then you good, Rev. But don't let the Steelers hang around. Don't let the Steelers hang around and make it a fourth quarter, because I promise you, Chiefs might be waking up on the couch next week. I'm just saying, just don't let the Steelers hang around. But I'm picking the Chiefs.
Armani, before you make your pick, can I just play this song in honor of Big Ben?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, what in the world?
Stand in the road for Big Ben, baby. It's stand in the road.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Go ahead, Armani. Make your pick, man.
Man. Sorry, Dad. Coach, you talking about you ain't got nothing to lose. Man, you playing for a championship, man. Come on now. You got something to lose.
You better not go for the Chiefs. You better not go.
You didn't give us no reason not to.
I'm sorry, Coach. And Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I'm going for the Chiefs.
Okay. See, this what it comes down to is, Armani, you're trying to get the win in this bracket in between me and you. That's okay.
My team ain't in it. I ain't got nothing to lose.
Well, technically, Coach, our money should be going against you now because he's trying to get a few victories in the stand.
He always prefaces his Steelers comments with "my dad." Now you turning on your dad. You're turning on him now. You always preface it with "my dad." Yeah. Now it's not my dad anymore. Now it's sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. Hopefully, hey, hopefully I won't need nothing next couple of weeks.
Armani, I'm gonna tell you right now. If Steelers win, don't you pick them no more. You don't.
You won't have to worry about that.
Hey, Coach, you barely picked them yourself.
I told you. I didn't go away from the Steelers. I told you what was going to happen.
The Steelers won their playoff game last week, and they got their prayer answered last week when the Chargers did not realize that the Raiders were playing for the tie. They got their luck, and Big Ben got another game. Mike Tomlin's record is intact for winning seasons. They got another playoff berth that he could put on his resume, and that's as good as it's gonna get. God bless the Steelers. They fought the good fight. They have finished their 2021 NFL race. God bless you, I wish you well in your next career, whatever that is. It's not going to be broadcast because you won't be that good. But
you do remember the last time the Steelers were the lowest seed in the playoffs. What happened, right?
I know, but they also didn't come across a guy named Patrick Mahomes.
That's okay. They ran into some teams they beat. They ran into some good quarterbacks and they beat them.
Coach, you didn't even speak definitively when you had the floor. You said this was your take when you had the floor. If they win, they win. If they
it's okay.
You ain't never said that about a pick.
And I also told you that same thing Big Ben said. Same kind of strategy. He said, "Hey, well, we nobody expects us."
But he ain't making the pick on the Red Rev Sports Show. Trying to be definitive about a pick.
Give me a minute. I can call him. He'll make a pick. No problem.
All right, Coach. God bless you, man. We'll be talking about another team outside the Steelers next week. Let's move on.
If they pull that upset, you can't come on here waving your yellow towel saying, "Yeah, what did I tell you I was going happy?"
Hold it now. I can do that because I didn't pick against them.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. You did pick them to win.
Let me just be clear, so everybody, so I won't get the Shelby treatment. I will not be on the show next week because I will be flying back to Pennsylvania from having been in Atlanta next week. So I'm not running away.
Okay.
I will post something if by chance Jesus records another miracle with the Steelers beating the Chiefs. Okay? All right.
Oh, don't worry,
Rev. You ain't got to worry about that because you won't be
problem.
going for weeks. You'll be going for 1 week, other than the other person going for weeks at a time. Scared.
And Rev, folks will find you on your page, and you could hide if you wanted to. Rev could miss the show. His page, Jerome, then everybody come to his page. They'll be tagging you and everything.
Like they was doing me on Monday.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Red, close us out with making this pick: Cardinals versus the Rams. Man, this is a Monday night football, first Monday night football game in the playoffs.
You ain't lying. Monday night football, and you got good matchup. You got Kyler Murray looking for his playoff first play. Matter of fact, both guys looking for their first playoff victory, and that's the funny part about it too. I'm taking the Rams, but boy, Matthew Stafford, man, when did he become the weak link? Oh my God, man! I'm just praying that boy, his pick six turnovers were a thing of the regular season. Boy, if he started doing that when the playoffs start, the Rams are going home and they going home real fast. Now they're better. The Arizona played better during the beginning of the season, but when you look at it, the Rams are the better team. The Rams should win this game. They have home field advantage. But if Stafford started his pick six turnover stuff, then it's going to be a different story. But I'm taking the Rams to win. And good season, Cardinals, but you just didn't have enough to injure. The Rams are better, but good season from the Cardinals. But I think the Rams going to be ready for this one. And, I'm an OBJ fan. I want the Rams to go far. I want them to meet up with the Packers in the NFC Championship game.
All right, Armani, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Rams, man. I just think that they got, like Red said, they got the better roster, hands down. Matt Stafford, please don't turn into your brother over in Atlanta. That other guy, the other man. Yeah. Please don't turn into him and get over that hump. You got the team. You got the best team you can think of to win a championship with. Come on now. Hey, don't start. That's all I'm going to say. Don't start. So, the Rams.
Matthew Stafford has the most pressure out of any person, I believe, that's playing a playoff game, because everybody gave him a pass because he was in Detroit, and now everybody's going to see if he's really that dude. And then they're going to see if that trade in Jared Goff was justified. So that's going to be real interesting. Matthew Stafford is definitely under the most pressure this week out of every quarterback that has to play this week. With that being said, since they're at home, since they just beat the Cardinals a few weeks ago, I'm going to go with the Rams. Who you got, Coach?
The Cardinals don't travel well at all. They don't, outside of Arizona, they don't support their team hardly. And the Cardinals having a good year, but it's just not enough. No Hopkins. Kyler Murray is going to try his best, but I just don't see them beating the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
All right. Well, the picks have been made, and we will see what happens next week or this weekend, and I'm sure the fellows will be here to talk about what happened next week. All right, gentlemen, let's put a wrap on this show. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Who wants to add it first?
I guess I can start it off. We get a chance to talk about it today. I'm sure we just a little, but we may talk about it soon. NFL, you got a right to do better with this Rooney Rule and with the hiring of black coaches. The hiring of black coaches and the firing of black coaches. It's a shame that the league that's 75% black with the players, that you just only a small percentage when it comes to leadership, coaching, and front office with the African Americans. And it's sad, and we got to do better. And a lot of us in the black community are getting sick of it because you're practicing systematic racism. Yeah, you're disguising it with an entertainment entity, but you're practicing systematic racism every day. And you think we don't pick up on it, but we see it, or we see it every day. One black head coach now, and the only reason he's still around because he's coaching the team that discovered the Rooney Rule, and it's all about diversity. Because if he was with another franchise and had some of the issues he had, he probably would be gone. So, like I say, NFL, you have a right to do better with diversity in the coaching department, in the front office department, and just overall leadership, period. You have a right to get better.
Nice. Who has the right to do what, when, where, how? Armani or Coach? Who wants at it?
Patriots. My bad, Coach.
No, go ahead, Armani.
Patriots and Matt Jones, you have the right to not make me look like a grade A dummy. Please just listen. I picked you to win this week. Please don't let me down, man. I Alabama already lost. I need a championship somewhere this year now. Come on now, just go ahead.
You picked a rookie quarterback.
Because Alabama alum, I believe in him.
I know. You believe in Big Al too, there you.
Hey, you mind your now you watch it.
Coach, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Novak Djokovic. You had the right to stop all this messing around with the vaccine and go ahead and get vaccinated or get out of the tournament, man. Ain't nobody gonna bend the rules for you because you want to be a clown. And your fellow tennis players are getting a little tired of you messing around. So if you're gonna get vaccinated, go ahead. If you not, get the heck out of the tournament and go wait till another tournament where they let you in.
All right, and I'll conclude it by saying, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, you have the right to put the terrible towels in the laundry for the rest of this year and go ahead on and take this W and make another run to the AFC Championship and Super Bowl. With that being said, that wraps up episode 220 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. We thank y'all for being with us. We hope that you had a great time. We'll be back next week, minus Rev, for episode 221 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Enjoy some NFL wildcard football. And if you're a Georgia fan, continue to celebrate, because you don't have to hear Coach mention 1980 ever again. Peace and love, everybody.
And continue to celebrate Big Al going back in the toy box.
Have a great day, everybody. We're out of here.
Y'all gonna leave Big Al alone.